Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by, talking about their theme parks, their movies, their shows, programs, merchandise, whatever the case may be. So, of course, I'm going to bring you some, I guess, news reporting, if you want to call it that. Because let's say that, yeah, there's some beef going on because this individual is actually fighting back against this other politician who's a Republican. Yeah, this guy, because yes, politicians can actually disagree with each other, but But this guy, the second guy just showed. Of course, the whole ordeal here is that, of course, going to talk some trash about some shit about Disney and the gays, of course.
So, what's new?
So yes, I just figured I'd speak about this because, well, things got heated. Let's put it that way. So yeah, he does believe that this has to be a thing. He has to fight against Disney, but of course, the LGBT plus community has to be a part of it, some sort of fashion. I don't seem to understand why this has to be an issue. So yeah, this was like a thing that was happening, and he yeah had some controversial opinions when it comes to this kind of thing. And we all know that Disney is a pretty well known company with the theme parks and whatnot, where a lot of people go. And yes, the whole debate of family values, what it means to be a family and whatnot. Yeah, I know Joe Biden himself had already received quite a bit of controversy over the past maybe few months and whatnot. So having one of his men, uh, of course, do something against the Republican Party, actually speaking against them, I guess him in this regard, just adds to the fuel, I guess. So things are pretty heating up, obviously. So we'll have disagreements. So this does not make things easier at all. So yeah, the he stated that if he is going to have time to fight against Disney, he doesn't know why he would have the time to help uh, to go and safeguard marriages, of course, like his, which he explained at the CNN, of course, some time ago. And yes, of course, trying to safeguard the what it means to be married, what it means to be having a family and whatnot, and these marriages. Of course, apparently it has to be straight, obviously, according to this guy. But yeah, I don't know why this have to still be a thing. I don't know. But yes, of course, when it comes to marriage, the marriage is said to be that people in said relationship have to be deserve to be treated equally. That was stated, and doesn't know. And so yeah, of course, when it comes to this kind of a thing, it's very controversial when it comes to gay marriage. Yes, this is still a thing apparently. Why? I don't even know. I don't get it. And yes, I'm aware of the fact that during a midterm election year, the Democrats have been campaigning for this federal protections when it comes to uh, the same-sex marriage and whatnot. After the Supreme Court had overturned this thing, of course, and yeah, let's just say that things are already becoming pretty problematic as it is anyway, even as of late. And of course, there was the whole bit where abortion is still a hot topic. That became a thing as of late as well. So there's protests, debates, and this kinds of discussion being held. And yeah, and having the one politician I just mentioned a moment ago, yeah, he's gay. And that's fine. But anyway, point being is that, of course, this whole debate where having this politics get into marriage and whatnot, how marriage should be run, and yeah, and a lot of people do know that Disney is perfectly okay with the LGBT plus community, which a lot of religious individuals, of course, seem to take an issue with. Yeah, it's already crazy enough when Trump and his supporters believe that this election was stolen from him. Yes, that's still a thing, and even nowadays. But then we have this individual here, folks, and he wrote that the court should review other things as well. He mentioned the ruling um, that has something to do with the rights for the LGBT plus community, same-sex marriage, all the way back in 2015, where same-sex intimate relationships in 2003, and the whole bit with the married couples and whatnot, and of course, brought up the fact that there was some issues in regards to that kind of a thing. Of course, he had his own thing to say. So yeah, just the fact that this some issues are still going on to this very day in one way or another. So yeah, if this sounds like a crazy mess, that's because it is. Often the Republicans have been criticized for being, of course, rather close-minded or never-minded, however you know phrase that, when it comes to the LGBT plus community. And yes, obviously this was not the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last time either, when it comes to these individuals, to this political party anyway, and conservatives attacking Disney for a variety of reasons. So I guess this this doesn't come on as shocking whatsoever because of course it's going to happen. Obviously, if of course it will happen. But yeah, and of course this kind of thing continues to occur in America and the United States when it comes to the people of the higher ups. And don't take this the wrong way either, folks. I'm not trying to say that. Oh yeah, every politician is a corrupt is a corrupt bastard. I'm not saying that. And there's some good politicians out there, but anyway, that's besides the point in some ways of this video because the issue at hand is that this kind of a thing is still occurring for some bizarre reason. But okay, when it comes to gay marriage, they just want to be treated equally. It's not more, not less. It just seems like there's this weird notion that a lot of these individuals seem to think that oh equal somehow means more than. That's not what's going on at all. There's no agenda with Disney and all the gay marriage, though it's taken that way for some strange reason. But I know I've said this quite a few times already in my previous videos where I've stated that this is not a Christian nation. It's taken as such, but it is not. You have the right to choose the religion if you want. Yes, there's that. There's freedom of act of religion. Yeah, there's that. Again, if you choose to. That's the key. That's the key word. If you okay, words, I guess. If you choose to, you don't have to be religious to be American. You can be an atheist and be American. And I'm bringing this up anyway because I know as of late there seemed to be this, I guess you can say this hatred towards atheists has been going up and up nowadays for some reason. And and that's the thing. And mind you, do I have to bring up the fact that Alfred Hitler himself was a Catholic? So yeah, that's something to think about. Of course, he was religious, and he knew he was lying. And a lot of religious people nowadays are lying. Not that I'm trying to say that every religious person is like him. I'm not saying that, but I can see that the lying bit is where I'm foreign. That they're still lying, still scamming, still being biased in one shape or form. Is what I'm getting at. In one way or another. They're being a lot of religious people are being biased. Is what I mean, and you can see it. It's quite out there. It's quite obvious, especially when it comes to technology and whatnot. And yeah, this is still a thing for some reason. Of course, I don't. I don't know why. But of course, you get into politics, of course. And personally, I don't mind talking about politics. It doesn't have to be dirty. We all can be silver here, of course. We gotta be level headed when it comes to this kind of a thing. Well, at least some people can anyway. And I'm not trying to do this and turn it into like a shouting match or anything. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm trying to think of this like me reporting certain things and whatnot. What is a current situation and whatnot, and that's what I'm trying to broadcast here. Just keep that in mind. But you're trying to bring up the facts. I don't like sugarcoating anything really. But what is occurring is, of course, the sad truth is that, and just let people, let's just let people be. And the fact that Disney sides with the LGBT plus community, and yes, there was the whole "Don't Say Gay" bill that I brought up before in my other videos, which I brought up quite a few times already. And I guess, yeah, this is still going on when it comes to, I guess you can say, the whole debate if the same sex marriage should be outlawed or whatever, should be banned, just because people are going to use their Freedom of Religion Act as a defense against it. So I don't think that Jesus himself would be so homophobic. I mean, assuming he actually existed, that is, or at least a version of him anyway, if we want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, yeah, this is just ridiculous. Why does this have to still be a thing? Is beyond me. I don't know. But yeah, moreover is that, yeah, these two individuals. What I'm saying is that, yeah, they're having some sort of I guess a thing here, what's going on and whatnot, because the fact that, yeah, one of them, the one dude I just showed a moment ago, yeah, he likes men, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing inherently wrong. And yes, that's of course going to bother some people. Of course, don't want to have people like him in politics whatsoever, because they're not supposed to be a part of it, I guess. And again, they don't have an agenda. They're not trying to destroy what it means to be a family. They're not going after what is actually right, what is the truth. They just want to live their lives like just like everyone else, and they should be left alone. Having gay people in politics somehow bothers people for some reason.
Now, the district I live in is the third district of Virginia. It happens to have Bobby Scott as its congressman. And you all please pray for me, okay? That's all I can say. Just please pray for me. This is the guy who led the battle to keep from putting "In God We Trust" on the wall of the Capitol Visitor Center. I mean, we built that visitor center, maybe about 5 years ago now, maybe a little longer. Well, he was a champion opposing putting it on because his theory was we can't put "In God We Trust" on the wall of the Capitol Visitor Center because people will be insulted, which just goes to show that the man is wholly owned by the secular left because he goes out and campaigns in churches all over the district, and people, frankly, ignorantly vote for him, not knowing that the man is an enemy of the cross. He is an enemy of God. He is an enemy of Jesus Christ. Yes, I said it and I mean it. And he's running around supporting every abortion policy that would help kill more babies. He supports the whole homosexual movement. The last thing in the world the black community needs is more destruction of the family, more attacks on the family, and that's all this whole homosexual movement amounts to. It is a virulent, violent attack. You know what? It is the I may get in trouble for this one, but this is right off the presses. It is the homo virus for the family. Now, and of course, I'm speaking about from a spiritual and psychological perspective, okay? I'm not talking about a physical illness. I'm not talking about AIDS. I'm talking about introducing this element into a community that already has a profound difficulty in family formation and maintenance and the absence of fathers, and introducing this new element now into the community that says, well, guess what? There's no males or females. There's no husbands or wives. Heterosexuality is not, that's not required. That's not important. Mother, father in the home, that's not important. Who told you that? Oh, don't listen to that silly stuff. 2 men is okay. 2 women are okay. And they don't even have to be married. What difference does that make? That's the last stuff you need in a community that is beset by gangs and drugs and violence. much of which can be traced back to the absence of fathers in the home. And now we want to introduce another destabilizing element, which is all the stuff you thought you knew about what a family is and all the stuff you thought you knew about what marriage is. That's all wrong. And in fact, not only is it wrong, but you're a bigot to believe that. You are a bigot to believe that. You got to come into the 21st century. Reject the Bible. That's a bunch of lies. Don't believe that stupid stuff. This God of the Bible Bible says created male and female. That's that. Ignore that. And so, folks, I hope that no one misunderstands my little creative putting together of two things, because, we're talking about this coronavirus. But out here again, I'm not talking about physical illness. I'm not talking about pronouncing any physical curses on people. I feel the need to explain myself here. I'm talking about a spiritual and psychological element that is introduced into a community that is already having major problems with family formation and family maintenance and rearing of children. And now you want to throw this garbage into the mix as well.
Yeah, that's just gaslighting right off the bat. Of course, being a part of the LGBT community, or at the very least support him, somehow means you hate family and you want to bring down society as a result of this because, I don't know, reasons. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's quite obvious that Christians like this took notice that nowadays the LGBT community plus is taking political power in one form or another. And yes, it's becoming, like I was saying, quite noticeable. And yeah, it's trying to make the other side seem like they're a bunch of bastards or whatever, some shape or form, which of course is just straight up propaganda because they're paranoid. They're deadly afraid of the fact that supposedly the LGBT plus community and the supporters are going to destroy what they value the most. Of course, some way, somehow, even though it was never really fully explained how exactly that's going to happen, how specifically that's going to occur in which form or not, I don't get it. Of course, they want to spread fear because they know that in this country, Christians do have some sort of course, political pull as well. And they know a lot of people will listen in one way or another, obviously. Oh, yeah, all right, folks, let me just wrap things up because this video went on long enough. So it's absurd that this is still a thing. Why? Again, I don't know. It just seems like it has to be a thing because of reasons. And Disney is involved somehow to destroy what's good, what's righteous, and whatnot somehow. Again, of course, it's never explained. Like, whatsoever. It's never ever explained how specifically how any of this is working out exactly. Alright, folks. Alright, enough of this long-ass video. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later. Oh boy.